Friends, what happened when an Indian singer suddenly died while singing at a live show? And how did an American musician pass away while singing at a party? Plus, what happened when a singer died while performing in front of millions of fans at a concert? Well, in today's video, I am going to tell you about some of the world's most famous singers who died during live performances. So let's begin our countdown. Friends, if you listen to old songs, you might know the Indian singer KK. His full name was Krishna Kumar. From 2000 to 2015, almost every hit film had his songs. He sang songs for famous movies like Kites, Bhool Bhulaiyaa, Dil Chahta Hai, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, Kal Ho Na Ho, and Aashiqui 2. Well, in May 2022, KK was performing at a music concert in Kolkata, where thousands of people had gathered to hear his live songs. During the concert, while KK was singing, he suddenly collapsed on stage and lost consciousness. He was rushed to a nearby hospital in Kolkata, but unfortunately, he had already passed away before reaching the hospital. Doctors stated that he had suffered a severe heart attack, which led to his death on stage. He was only 44 years old, but his fans never imagined that he would pass away while singing in front of everyone. This incident was really terrifying. Sultan Kavari. Friends, this personality you see here was a very famous singer and musician from Hungary. He not only sang songs but also wrote them. A few years ago, he was invited to perform for a Swedish TV show. While he was singing on stage, the video was being recorded so that it could be played on TV later. During the singing, Sultan suddenly became dizzy and collapsed on stage. At first, everyone thought that Sultan was just feeling unwell, which caused him to faint. However, when they tried to lift him, he was unconscious. His companions immediately rushed him to the hospital, but they couldn't understand what had happened to Sultan. When the doctors examined him, they revealed that he had actually passed away 15 minutes earlier. It was later discovered that while singing, Sultan suddenly suffered a heart attack. The attack was so severe that he died right when he fell on stage. This scene was truly no less than a nightmare. Kosta Hitch. Friends, Kosta Hitch's real name was Konto Sobalangi. He was a very famous rapper and dancer. His songs were so popular that whenever he had a concert, people from not just South Africa but from all over the world would come to watch and listen to him. Kosta was one of those stars who achieved great fame at a very young age. But unfortunately, this fame didn't last long. On March 11, 2023, he went to perform at a festival called Ultra South African Music Festival. Millions of people came to see this celebrity perform. While Kosta was performing, he suddenly collapsed on stage. At first, the audience and his companions were shocked, but Kosta quickly regained himself. He immediately stood up and pretended as though nothing had happened. However, just a few seconds after he stood up, he collapsed again and lost consciousness. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. He left, but unfortunately, before reaching the hospital, he had already passed away. The doctors informed everyone that Kosta's death was due to a heart attack. It's hard to believe, but it seems like half of the world's singers die from heart attacks. The exact reason why so many singers die of heart attacks during live performances is unknown, but it is undoubtedly nothing short of a nightmare. Colonel Bruce Hampton. Bruce Hampton, also known as Colonel, was from America and was a very famous musician. Besides singing, he also acted and was even considered a key figure in the music scene of Atlanta. In May 2017, on his birthday, some of his friends invited him to celebrate at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. Along with Bruce and his friends, many other celebrities were present at the party. During the event, Bruce was asked to go on stage and give a live performance to entertain everyone with his singing. While Bruce was performing on stage, he suddenly collapsed and fell off the stage. At first, the audience and his friends thought Bruce was doing this as part of a comedy act, since he often pretended to fall off the stage during his performances. However, when Bruce didn't get up even after a long wait, there was a wave of concern throughout the theater. Bruce's teammates tried hard to lift him, but he was unconscious. He was immediately rushed to the hospital, where doctors declared that he had suffered a massive heart attack and was no longer alive. Bruce, too, was among those unlucky singers who passed away in front of thousands of people. Pedro Henrique. Pedro was a very famous guitarist and singer. At just 30 years old, he hailed from Brazil. Not only did he sing many popular songs, but he was also an actor and dancer. He had even worked in several Brazilian dramas. Recently, in March 2023, he was performing at a live concert in Palhano, where thousands of fans had gathered to hear him sing. Pedro was performing with immense energy, but during his performance, he suddenly collapsed on stage and lost consciousness. The audience initially thought it was part of Pedro's act, but it wasn't. Pedro's team immediately rushed to him and tried to revive him, but he didn't respond. They immediately rushed him to the hospital, but when they arrived, the doctors confirmed that Pedro had already passed away. Later, it was revealed that he had suffered a sudden heart attack, leading to his death right on stage while performing. The mysterious part is how someone as young as 30 could have a heart attack while singing on stage. Regardless, Pedro's sudden death was nothing short of a shock for the entire Brazilian music industry. Goodbye to Gravity. Goodbye to Gravity was a Romanian music band that had gained significant fame. The band consisted of 4 musicians who performed together. In October 2015, they were performing at a club in Bucharest to launch their new music album. Hundreds of people were present in the club to watch their performance. To soundproof the club and prevent noise from escaping, the walls were lined with soundproofing foam, which is a standard practice in clubs. However, no one could have anticipated that this foam would cause the tragic death of nearly everyone present. While the band was performing, the soundproofing foam on the club walls suddenly caught fire. Since the foam covered the entire interior of the club, the fire spread rapidly within seconds. The blaze was so intense that it blocked all the exits, leaving people trapped inside. Everyone present tried desperately to escape, but believe it or not, within just a few minutes, not only were all 4 members of the band burned to death, but 60 other people in the club also lost their lives. This horrific incident was so devastating that even the bodies of the 4 band members were unrecognizable. Thank you for watching this Wonder Hitch video. Your support and kind comments mean the world to us. Stay tuned for another fascinating story in the next video.